All right, restoring prosperity in America. Here to tell us, my friend Mike Pence, former vice president, founder of Advancing American Freedom, and author of So Help Me God. Mr. Vice President, welcome back to the show. I read your speech.
Thank you, Larry.
I read your speech on the economy. Why don't you summarize for us? What's on your mind, sir?
Well, look, here in Indiana and where I was in New Hampshire a couple of days ago giving that speech, look, the American people are hurting. We're struggling in this economy, record inflation, wages falling. I mean, literally, the Biden administration has reversed all the progress that we made during our administration. And so I laid out a plan for how we restore American prosperity. It begins with making the Trump-Pence tax cuts permanent. People forget that those are actually scheduled to go away in 2025. It'd be a massive tax increase on working families. Reforming permitting, getting back to repealing 2 regulations for every 1 new regulation on the book, unleashing American energy. But beyond that, Larry, and this will sound familiar to you, it's something you and I have talked about for more than a decade, is we got to get back to sound monetary policy. I said it's time for us to repeal the dual mandate of the Fed, let the Fed worry about protecting the integrity of the dollar, combating inflation, let Congress and presidents worry about full employment. Let's tackle entitlements. Let's have a vision for restoring fiscal solvency in America. And while I'm a strong supporter of the stand we've taken against trade abuses by communist China, I believe we need to redouble our efforts to expand free trade to free nations around the world. Let's stand up against authoritarian regimes, demand they open their markets and join the family of nations before we let them have full access to our economy. But with regard to places like the United Kingdom, the European Union, let's get on with it. It's just like you and Art Laffer were talking. Let's begin to expand free trade, expand exports. The combination of all those things, I think it's a pathway back to American prosperity, not just in the short term, but in the long term.
Yeah, well, I like the free trade with free nations. I mean, I regard myself as a free trader, excluding China. You know, that's a different story. Or regimes like that have to be treated differently. I couldn't agree with you more. I did read your speech, sir, and I think it's quite interesting. You noted that President Trump was a big spender, and you disagree with him on entitlements. You say we got to tackle Medicare. We're going to have to tackle Social Security. What were you getting at? I mean, what thoughts do you have about tackling Social Security and Medicare?
Well, look, first off, let me say that our administration could have done a better job controlling domestic spending. Now, I fully supported what we did in rebuilding our military after years of budget cutbacks. I supported the emergency relief during COVID for families and for businesses that propped up our economy. But in between there, Larry, we could have done better. And most important of all, we could have begun a national debate over dealing with the real driver of our national debt, which is 70% of our federal budget, as you know, which is entitlements. And right now we have a national debt the size of our nation's economy for the first time since World War II. Joe Biden's policy is insolvency. He doesn't even want to talk about entitlement reform. Sadly, my former running mate's policy is identical to Joe Biden's, and other Republicans are walking away from a commitment to entitled reform. I think we got to be honest with the American people. I think we got to bring common sense, compassionate solutions forward that preserve Social Security for everybody that's on it now. For anybody that's going to retire in the next 25 years, it won't change. But for Americans under the age of 40, we got to do like Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill did back in the 1980s. Larry, you were there. You saw it. Let's introduce some common sense reforms for younger Americans, including personal savings accounts that'll ensure not only these programs will be there for them in the future, but will set our nation back on a pathway of fiscal solvency and stave off the debt crisis that we're facing in the next 25 years.
Mike Pence, let me just wander into presidential politics, heaven forbid. Governor Ron DeSantis is going to announce his candidacy next week. That's what all the reports are today. But I'm also reading some just breaking news. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, and he's been in a war with Governor DeSantis. has now announced that Disney is withdrawing a $1 billion investment into Florida. Do you have any thoughts or comments on that?
First, let me say I strongly supported Florida's efforts to protect our kids from the radical gender ideology being propagated for kids under the age of third grade. That was an important fight. It's about parental rights, and I strongly supported it. And look, Larry, I like Walt Disney, not woke Disney. All right, but Florida took the battle into the legislature. They won the battle for parents, and I just don't believe it's in the interest of the people of any state for a government to essentially go after a business that they disagreed with on a political issue. I disagree with Florida moving against Walt Disney. I disagree with California moving against Walgreens because they're going to obey the law about abortifacients in some 20 states, so they're going to cancel a $120 million project. Look, at the end of the day, the business of America is business, and I'm not terribly surprised to see Disney canceling a $1 billion contract. That's only going to harm people in the Orlando and Florida area, and it's one more reason why, well, as a limited government conservative, I've said for months now that I think both sides ought to stand down, take the victory for parents' rights in the legislature, and move on.
Mike Pence, when are you going to throw your hat in the ring officially? You going to do it next week, the week after? Come on. When are you going to do it? I know you're going to do it. The question is when.
Well, you know, we had a great visit in New Hampshire this week. I'll be back in Iowa next week. We're continuing to talk to people around the country and getting a lot of encouragement around the country, Larry. But look, I think this country's in a lot of trouble. I think all of us that have the ability to make a difference have a responsibility to reflect on what role we might play. But I promise to keep you posted.
Mike,
I promise to
come
be
on
back
now.
on Kudlow
You and
when
I
we have anything to announce.
You and I have known each other 25 years, and we worked together in the White House. You're a great vice president. You're great. When are you going to throw your hat into the ring? Everybody knows you're going to do it. You got a good economic platform. Here you are taking shots at DeSantis. You're taking shots at Trump. You're distinguishing yourself from these others. When are you going to throw your hat in the ring? If you don't tell me, I'm going to call Karen Pence and get the real scoop. But I want to give you a shot at it right here. When are you going to throw the hat into the ring officially?
Honestly, Larry, I think anybody who's serious about entering the race for the Republican nomination for president would have to be in by the end of June. So I promise you, you'll know our intentions before the end of June. And when we got something to announce, I'll be right back here on Kudlow.
All right. Yes, sir. You've been very good to us. You look great. You sound great. Vice President Mike Pence, thank you.